All right, I'm down here in Kennesaw, Georgia, and over the last couple days, I was able to spend some time with a young man named Taylor Stevens. So, Taylor was born with some adversity. He was actually born with two club feet, and it was a very severe case. He went through many surgeries growing up, even through middle school, into high school, and even now he struggles with some things. But he reached out to me and he kind of shared his backstory, and so I decided to come and visit him. I know I said when I made the videos that I was looking for companies, but he had a really neat story and it inspired me, and I think it's going to inspire some of you. So we're going to sit down with Taylor first and talk to him about the pressure washing business that he started. And then we're going to sit down with Taylor and his grandparents who essentially raised him since he was a baby, and we'll kind of share all that backstory that I'm talking about. We also spent the day having fun. We went to Durham town and we rode dirt bikes, and that was a ton of fun. I'm going to make a separate video about that, but we were just able to share some time together. I was able to work with him a couple days. We did a couple pressure washing projects. We pressure washed a Chick-fil-A, and then we pressure washed a residential driveway. So we worked together. I was able to give him a hand. We also worked with one of his partners who also owns a pressure washing business. It's kind of neat how they tag team. So let's go ahead and talk to Taylor, then we'll talk to his grandparents and we'll share the story with you.
How much garbage do we make? Beautiful morning in Georgia.
So how'd you get into the pressure washing business?
So basically I started with my grandfather helped me out.
Yeah.
He got a pressure washer for me, and I had the trailer that we use for dirt bikes and motocross. I got a tank, put the pressure washer on there, and started my business. This driveway up here is my first driveway I actually did.
You were pretty young.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 18 or 17 when I started. That was
Why
actually.
did you decide to go into business?
Well, I started kind of doing driveways and, just kind of neighbors, paying me to do things like that. Originally, what I was doing when I was a young kid was mowing lawns.
Yeah.
So that kind of got my attitude into, working for myself.
Right.
I got my first job at U-Haul, and they had me doing, all the heavy lifting work.
Yeah.
After I told them I couldn't do some of the things.
Sure.
They hired me anyways, and then they fired me within 2 weeks because I wasn't able to, do some of the things they were asking. I went from there to Home Depot. At Home Depot, I signed up as a part-time employee.
Okay.
And, I told them my story about my feet and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess because I was so good and knowledgeable with the hardware department that I worked in, they wanted me to work more.
Mm-hmm.
So I told them I can't. I'm on part time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that long. So they started scheduling me without asking, 8-hour shifts. So it started getting to the point where when I was working at Home Depot, that's when I got my business license. I used the money I was making there to pay for my business license, pay for some equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to finance the trailer, pay that off. And then I started getting jobs more and more, and I was trying to balance between Home Depot and pressure washing. And it got to the point where I started making enough money where it was kind of senseless to stay at Home Depot. At that point, I was like, I put in my 2 weeks notice, got some contracts with some contractors, and started doing, actual commercial work.
Yep.
Whole trailer, I've probably redone 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yep.
I bought the heat unit used, didn't work. I built that, did the research on it, figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Same as my truck, I put a rear end in that, built the motor. Everything you see on here, I've literally put my heart into. Every time I get to a job, it's the same thing. I don't skip a step.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that.
The 4 or 5 years I've been pressure washing, successfully.
Yep.
With legit business license, everything, I've never had one bad review, one bad comment, one unhappy customer.
Yeah, I think it's awesome what you did.
It works out pretty good.
Yeah. It didn't work out for you working for somebody else.
Nope.
So you said, forget it, I'll work for myself.
So if I want to take
And
a
you
break,
just making it happen.
yep. If I want to take a break, my feet are getting a little hurt, I can.
Yeah, your
I
feet
can
still
stop.
hurt sometimes, eh?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
At night especially, I
Right.
get cramps, and
Yep.
all my ligaments and stuff are shorter than normal people's,
Yeah.
and I don't have movement in my feet. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I gotta wear boots and stuff that give me extra support.
Sure.
So if I step on a rock or something with shoes on,
You don't
my
go
foot goes
down.
sideways. Oh, it hurts really bad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't walk barefooted, even
No?
in the house,
No?
even on carpet. It's painful.
Really?
Yep. So I have to have, basically wear tennis shoes around the house all the time.
Oh, whatever, man. You overcame the odds. You did what you needed to do.
Yep.
And you were persistent, and I think it's awesome. All right, should we go eat?
Let's do it.
All right.
Time went on, and then he had, all the way till he was 8 years old, he had 3 more major surgeries. So he was always in cast and a bar across his legs, keeping his
Did you
legs
show him
out.
the
And
pictures?
he's already 3 years old now.
Mhm.
And he's been in cast since he was born, practically.
He went to school like that.
Yeah, I remember
School with cast.
middle school, up until middle school.
So that last surgery,
No
when he
sports or
pulled
anything
that
like
pin
that.
out, and no more
Still
cast.
remember that to this day.
Yeah, you remember that one, because I remember that one real clear. But anyway, he told him to walk, so Taylor walked down the aisle, walked back. He says, well, they straightened out some, but I don't think we're going to get them any straighter than that. So that was the last one. I was always wondering, he's smart, he's mechanically inclined. He does everything the first time, and he does it right.
Yep.
So what's his life going to be like? And I'd be sitting around thinking about this kind of stuff. What's he going to do for work? How's he going to support himself? All this stuff. So when he was 11, I had a riding lawnmower and a pull behind trailer thing for the
I
lawnmower.
think you sent me a picture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took off to the neighborhood, boy, put a sign on the back of it. I'll mow your grass for
$25.
$25 or something.
Yeah.
And away he went, and he got business. People gave him work, and I'd go out there checking on him. He'd be chugging along. I'd never seen a kid that was as strong as he was, as far as I want to beat this thing. I want to do stuff. I want to ride a motorcycle. Sure enough, he did.
Childhood forever,
Are you
huh?
going to be
No.
taping us or anything?
You're already
He is.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Anyway, like I said earlier about wondering about what he was going to do with his life, which was at that time now, it was mowing lawns. But he told me one day, he said, Papa, he says, I want to do some pressure washing. That's what I think I want to do. We got him a pressure washer and a tank, and he set up his little rig in there, and he went and started getting business.
Yeah.
So he used that until he had enough money to start building that monster out there.
We were saying earlier, we were talking earlier, we said that he would have had a reason to kind of give up, throw in the towel, feel sorry for himself, and really not do anything with his life. And that's probably what you were concerned about.
That's what I was concerned about.
Yeah.
Exactly. I knew that he would figure something out because he was always thinking, and he always wanted to do stuff. He was always digging for what he wanted to do.
But that mentality is not real common nowadays.
No.
People nowadays, they're looking for something to feel sorry for themselves about.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't want to work. They don't have the drive.
Me being in a wheelchair, or, not sitting on the side of the PE class, other kids, would bully and this and that, and, that turned into a whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I was the weird one, Look at me today,
Right.
other kids are sitting out there, living at home with their parents, not doing anything, wishing they had what I had.
Right.
And I'm just, I'm happy.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. It's a very cool story. Men, especially, we were designed by God to work. We were designed to accomplish things, to get stuff done. When we're idle, when you don't do anything, when you don't get stuff done, you just feel empty. I feel empty. I really do. Even in the winter, because my work is seasonal.
Yes, it is. I
My
remember.
work is seasonal, and I sit around for a week, and I feel terrible. A lot of guys with seasonal work, they slide into that seasonal depression.
My dad would.
Yeah, and that's a real thing.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was just interested because of the whole backstory. I really appreciate that stuff. When people don't give up, they don't quit, that never quit attitude. I think that's awesome. So, I really do.
Yep, and that's the way it'll always be.
I can't help right now because I'm working the camera. Very easy.
I got a backup one though.
You fixed it already?
Yep.
Alright, you guys, tomorrow morning I'm gonna go pour some concrete with a company nearby, but Taylor and I are gonna have some Italian food at this restaurant right here, talk a little bit, and then we'll be on our way.
Appreciate it. You got a low roll.
Yes, sir. It's a little slower here than where we were last night.
Yeah.
That's good though, actually. At least there's not like really loud music. What's that? Yeah, well, we were gonna try to make you famous. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have a YouTube channel and we did a video together, well, the last couple days really. So
Kind of down here reviewing my business.
Yep,
So
yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
like a little dinner interview. I can't even pronounce half this stuff.
Man, it feels like I've been here in Georgia for like 3 weeks.
Really?
It really does. Man, I miss my kids like more than I would have ever imagined. And my wife. I mean, we FaceTime, but
It's not the same.
yeah, like when you can grab your kid and snuggle with them and, you know, kiss them and stuff, it's really different. My little daughter, my 2-year-old, she was trying to kiss the phone. We were on FaceTime. I was like, oh. You should really start learning, because you said you like to learn. You should start learning about sealing concrete. I'm serious about that. Just another avenue that you could pursue to expand your business, you know?
It's a lot of money to get into that stuff.
Yep. Don't limit yourself. I tell a lot of people this, but most of the time, people don't realize how capable they are.
Yeah.
Like how much potential that you actually have. A lot of people don't necessarily believe that they can do big things. They just don't believe it. But they can if they apply themselves and make good decisions. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money on hobbies. Just reinvest your money back into the business and focus on the business and growing the business.
Yeah.
Because you're pretty small now. You don't want to stay the way that you are forever. You want to grow your business and you know, make it to where you can have employees.
Yeah.
Take some of the weight off your shoulders, make you a little bit more money, steady income, then you can reinvest even more money, buy more equipment, until you get to the size you're comfortable being. Is if you're going to buy a piece of equipment, make sure you have a very substantial down payment. So if something happens and you have to sell that equipment, you're still going to be way ahead. You're never going to get yourself in trouble. You know what I mean? You're always going to be able to sell that equipment for, you know, more than what you owe on it.
Yeah.
It's very important. Well, cool, man. I guess this is it.
Yeah.
So it was nice spending time with you.
You too, man.
So I hope your business is successful. Keep your focus and just keep grinding, hustle.
You too.
Yep, we're gonna be
Great
good.
opportunity. I had tons of fun, especially in the dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just the best part of it.
I can't believe your mini bike is so fast. I was shocked how fast that little
Even
thing
those
is.
guys were like, man, I can't believe you're keeping up.
That's what that guy said. All right, see you later, dude.
It's nice meeting you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Yep.